Hello, good evening. Sit wherever you like. I'll be with you shortly. Just need to finish with these cups. So, what can I get for you? Water? Maybe some coffee to help keep you awake if you got some more driving to do. Alright, I'll be right back. Would you like a menu to order some food? Alright, here's the menu. If you need a few minutes, then I'll just wait. Okay. Well, we have the usual breakfast options: eggs, bagels, pancakes, waffles, French toasts, sides of bacon, sausages. We also have oatmeal or cereal, as well as some fruits if you prefer that. Well, I either go all in on a full stack or something, get a bit of sampler, special sort of thing. I know the question is usually pancakes or waffles, but people sleep on French toast in my opinion. Given the choice of the three, I got with French toast more than the other two. They're all delicious though. I'll bet many will argue they shouldn't exactly be eaten right after getting up in the morning. That doesn't quite happen to you right now though. Shouldn't stop you from ordering any of those if you want them. In the end, I must often go with a short stack of French toast, 2 eggs either scrambled or sunny side up, with a side of bacon. Maybe a nice glass of orange juice. Starting to get a little hungry myself now. Go ahead and take your time. Alright, what would you like? Alright. And to drink? Sorry. Alright. You want normal water, not bubble? Alright. Excellent choices. I'll go put that order in and it will be only a few minutes. As you can tell, it's not busy for us now. Place is empty. Okay, here you are. You must be in the middle of quite a long drive to you to refuel like this. I know how that goes all too well. I've made so many long drives, I probably have forgotten some. However, I always love doing exactly what you're doing right now. Stopping at a late night dinner and wolfing down some classic dinner breakfast food. Fond memories. I'm sorry, my apologies. I kinda spaced out there, didn't I? Sorry about that. If you need something else, if you need anything else, like a refill on your coffee, just let me know. Alright, enjoy! Yeah? Coffee? Of course. I've just made a fresh pot. Was thinking of pouring myself a cup, honestly. I could probably use the pick-me-up too. Yeah, I should. Hmm? My shift? I typically come in around 8 or 9 p.m. and work until 4. That's around the time we have more servers, so yeah, I have to work like a mule. I'm kind of a night owl anyway. I've worked a couple server jobs before, but never the night shift. I'm good with people, so I have always been on the grab the prime rush hour shifts. Gets the juices flowing, you know. The rush of being busy. Well, yeah, it's not for everyone. You can tell pretty early on when a new hire isn't gonna pan out. It's not they that fall under pressure, or what's the saying? If you can stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Something like that. You just have it or you don't. No fault of yours if you don't. Interesting. Are you a fellow quadnut? Nice. I fancy myself a kinda quad connoisseur, if you will. Words can really put things into perspective for you sometimes. Same with stories. I had an uncle who always had a story to tell. Some of them even seem to be true sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh, well, that's awfully nice of you. Thank you. So, you're on this drive of yours alone? Been there many times, like I said. Have met many crisscrosses driving around this country and the whole world, really. Most of them myself. It's alright. Sometimes a long, good drive by yourself is almost a meditative experience. Not that I've been closing my eyes and meditating while driving, believe me. I remember one drive I made during the summer in between my freshman and sophomore years of college. I was feeling really lost. I wasn't doing well educationally, physically, mentally, and all the other ways. It helped me realize what I needed to prioritize in my life. I don't mean to pry and feel free to not answer, but what kind of drive are you on? Ah, I understand. So you're leaving behind something bad and looking for something good. Well, I applaud you for recognizing your need and for what you need to change. I've known people who recognizes the need for change and never did anything, as well people who could never tell what they needed. As well people who could never tell that it never went well. Ignorance can be a bliss, I suppose, but if you spend your life focusing on darkness, it will consume you forever. But if you spend your life looking for the light instead, you could be blind, yeah, but you will come to a better place. Yeah, very poetic, yes. Was there someone or something toxic you needed to change or to leave behind? Well, if it was a specific individual, that reminds me of the story of the frog and the scorpion. Do you know it? Well, a frog is sitting on the shore of a river, looking across the water, when a scorpion walks up next to it. The scorpion turns to the frog and says, "Excuse me, I'd like to get to the other side of the river, but I cannot swim. Could you give me a ride?" The frog turns and says, "I can't do that. You'll sting me." The scorpion says, "I promise I won't sting you. I just need to get to the other side." The frog thinks it over and finally relents. The scorpion hops on the frog's back, and they begin making their way across the river. Halfway across, the scorpion stings the frog. The frog yells, "Why did you do that? Now we are both going to drown." The scorpion says, "I can't help it. I'm a scorpion." Sometimes toxic people just can't help it and can't be helped. I commend you for getting out while you still can. Me, I've never really stayed anywhere long enough to get caught on anything, you know. Well, after I left in the first place, that is. I'll tell you this. I grew up where it was so flat it looked like you could see forever, but there was nothing ever to see. So I made it my life goal to go anywhere I thought there was something to see. Had to work a bunch of hot jobs like this one just to make my way in. I always had just enough to get by, but I've done it. Reminds me of another story. You know the story about the thirsty crow? Alright, so after flying a long distance, a thirsty crow was wandering a small town looking in search of water. Finally, the crow found a pot sitting outside the house, half filled with water. The crow dropped down and tried to drink from it, but its beak wasn't long enough to reach the water. Then the crow saw the side of a pot One by one, the crow dropped pebbles into the pot. Eventually, water started creeping up towards the rim. What do you think of that one? Really? Really? Well, let's hear it then. Well, that just goes to show there's always a solution to a problem. And sometimes there's more than one solution. Now that makes me wanna circle back to your trip. You're getting out of toxic situation, like you said. But was there anyone who you were gonna stay there for? A friend? Family? I see. So this is the solution you picked. I get it. That's tough. I can already tell from your face they mean a whole lot to you. You still have them though. Everywhere you go. In fact, two friends are walking through the desert. During some point of the journey, the two had an argument, and one friend slapped the other in the face. The one who got slapped was upset, but without saying anything, wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept walking until they find an oasis, where they decided to go for a swim. The one who had been slapped got stuck in the mire and started drowning, but the friend rushed over and saved them. After recovering, the one who was saved got up and walked over to a stone and wrote, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend of both slapped and saved them walked over and said, "After I hurt you, you wrote in sand, and now you wrote in stone. Why?" The other friend turned to them and said, "When someone hurts us, we shall write it in sand, where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must engrave it in stone." You take those stones with you, everywhere you go. They'll always be there for you when you need them, no matter where you are, no matter when you are. The fact you will miss them, while it may make you sad, should also make you feel happy at the same time. Oh, no problem. No problem at all. Well, as much as I've enjoyed our talk, it does like we're about to welcome another weary traveler. I really hope it works out for you. Best of luck.